Hey guys, it's Kevin at Kanji Mowers. This is kind of different for me, but this is our 3100 mower class. So these are all mowers, like if you have an estate is what I call them. 2 acres, 2.5 acres, that's solid on these machines. All these machines you get under 6 grand. All of them are, like I said, they're gonna be good for, you're gonna mow 26 times a year. You wanna keep it around 2.5 acres to get your maximum lifespan on your transmissions and your engine. So let's get into these. You got your Scag, and the reason I brought 2 of these out here, both these mowers have 3100 transmissions. This is the upgraded mower. This is the Liberty version. So on the 61-inch deck, you get 3100 transmissions on this mower. They both have hero decks. You cannot get a 61-inch on the Freedom Z, only a 48 and a 52. On the Liberty, I'm not going to talk about the lower decks because they all have 2800 transmissions. And we went over that in the last video that I did. So on this mower, I really like the fact that it's got the 3100s on this small of a mower. And if you'll notice, out of all 4 of these, this is the lightest built mower, and it's going to have the most transmission. So in my mind, this transmission is going to last longer than being on these bigger, heavier mowers. The other thing is, I really like the way that this mower sits. This seat, even though it's kind of the cheaper mower out of the 4, I really like the way this thing sits. Your brake, you don't have to put it up to start it. Your deck lift is real simple. It's over here, pins here, transport locks here. As far as Scag goes, they're very simple machines. There's not a lot of extra add-ons to them. This locks, there's no way to get to my deck except underneath the seat. So, but you do have a small access point to get to your deck belt and your pulleys right here. Just got your basic fuel gauge. Everything else on this machine is pretty basic. This has the smallest wheels and tires out of the group. So again, the transmissions are the most expensive thing on a mower. I want you to buy transmissions over a mower, if that makes sense. A lot of people worry about horsepower and motors, and you need to worry about transmissions. So with that being said, this machine and this machine are going to be right at the same price. This is going to be a hair mower, but they're both going to come, all 4 of these are going to come out under $6,000. On your Freedom Z, it's full commercial, so they have to put a roll bar on it. They call this commercial. This is going to have the lowest COG, and that's center of gravity. So you're going to sit down in this machine. So it is the lowest setting, I believe, in the industry. As an upgrade, a lot of people are going to argue with me. This engine is an upgrade over your FR Kawasaki. This has a Pro style canister filter, just like your big commercial mowers. And so we have less dirt ingestion in this engine than we do the FR Kawasaki. Kawasaki's a little bit behind. They have upgraded their air filter. They used to just do paper here, but now they have metal. You have to take the wing nut off, you have to pop it off the hose, you have to make sure it gets a good seat when you put it back on. This one's a lot harder to clean out, and so we get dirt accidentally in this engine a little bit easier. I call them dusted. So I believe that, a lot of people say, oh, Kohler this, Kohler that. No, man, that air filter is where it's at. So on this mower, I'm going to be very, very honest with you. This has a better starter, better regulator, better stator. The small parts are more expensive on a Kawasaki over that Kohler. And so you're going to have less starter issues. The reason being, I'll give you an example. This starter's 139 bucks. This one runs you about 270 bucks. So this obviously is going to start better, sound better, it's going to perform better, you're going to have less issues with it, obviously. So starter, we do see less dusting with the better air filter. So that's why Scag does this as an upgrade. So a lot of you guys argue. If you got any questions, you can message me. But we've been doing this for 15 years, and I'm not an expert or nothing, but I have seen a lot over the last 15 years, and I've seen some limits too. And we can talk about that too if you want to. Y'all like me to be real. The only negative I have with this machine is its actual positive, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna get in this machine, and man, I'm gonna have a good time on the yard because I'm like sitting in the recliner. But after a couple of hours, I gotta figure out how to get out of this thing. So imagine if I was like a little bit older. We have some older people buy this mower, and I tell them, hey man, y'all need a little old man bar to get up in and out, Bad Boy makes a bar for $49, fit right on this mower. But this is your problem. As people get out, fall out, hurt their leg. So that's the only negative, is you get a little comfortable in that thing. So Scag's known for having the best cut. The only negative with that is such velocity out of this hero deck that when it dries up, you get a little dust blowing out here on you. There is some baffles and stuff you can actually mount on the front to keep that dust from blowing on you, but that's extra money you got to spend. That's another 170 bucks. So with that being said, let's move on, and we'll go ahead and Bad Boy next. Bad Boy's my best seller in here. The ZT Elite, it does something a little different. I forgot about this, maybe that's why the video messed up. They put rubber shocks on the front. You can add flex forks to your Hustler. I believe this rides just a little bit better than the flex forks. This system gives you a little bit of impact on the vibration. So your other positive with the Bad Boy, and if you'll notice comparing them to all four, your Bad Boy is going to have stouter forks, stouter frame. It's going to have a stouter deck. This is the only machine in this whole category that actually has a 7-gauge commercial deck. So this is a full 1/8 steel, not quarter inch, but 7-gauge. So you got a lifetime warranty on the deck and the frame. That's the only mower that does that. You also, out of all four of these, you're gonna have a little more access than everybody else. If you'll notice, the deck's real easy to get to. I love the capital stamping pulleys. To get to the inside of this thing, you've got a greaser right here. It's just so easy to get to everything on the Bad Boy mower. The other thing that you've got on this one that you don't have as an option, you can get a power deck lift. If you're a little older and your leg's bad or something, you might need somebody to pray for you and get it healed. But if not, you can get a little push button hydraulic lift for $300 added to this thing. If you'll notice, Bad Boy does the Kohler Pro as well with the big filter. You can also pay a little extra and get the Kawasaki FR. It's about $300 more on this machine. This is bid 5s. This is going to be, these three are going to be the same. The Hustler's probably going to be like 100 more. This has a 2-year parts and labor. Your Scag Liberty has a 5-year parts and labor. Your Freedom Z has a 3-year parts and labor. And your Raptor SDX has a 3-year parts and labor. So always keep that in mind when you're buying a mower. The warranty's already figured into the price. That's why the Liberty's a little bit lighter build, but the same price as that one. Is the warranty. It's got 5-year parts and labor. It's pretty cool. So, all right, with that being said, let's kind of move over into the Hustler. What I really like about this machine, if you'll notice, out of all four, they're the only ones that upgrade the tires. It also has the most aggressive stance, so it's going to take the heels better than all of these mowers. The Freedom Z might feel a little better, but I think this will perform better on the heels. I love the new look of the Hustler. They did all this new aggressive stuff. The gas tanks have these slits in them. The seat is the highest back out of all of them. So I really like the seat on this thing. The other thing that Hustler kind of stabbed themselves in the foot on, they did the Fast Track and SDX deck on this machine. So even though this is the Raptor model line, you have a Fast Track deck. So I have a lot of people that don't get the Fast Track or the SDX. Are like, I get the same deck on this mower. Your floorboard does lift up on this Hustler. And so it's bolted down or I lift it up for you. It's not bad as far as access on this machine. You still have a gas tank in the middle, so it is hard for me to get in and out. I can get to my drive belt, but other than that, and my fan system, it's still a little tight. So that's one of the edges the Bad Boy has. Out of this machine, I'm going to show you what I like a little bit better than the other guys. Is this. I can't show you on here, but this has a smooth track steering system. So when you get on a Hustler and you drive it, you are getting spoiled. This has the best feel than any of the other mowers, and this is a patent, so the other guys can't steal this system. But I do. They just feel a little better. Also, the other guys have brakes that are separate. These brakes are built into the handles, so I really like that. And I hope y'all can hear in the video pretty good. I've never been videoed like this before. But all these mowers you get under 6,000 bucks. All these mowers you get 0 for 48 months on, and they all run in the 120 range. Up to 120 to 126 a month. What you end up spending on these with nothing down. So here you go. This is the 3100 estate mower lineup. This is your Gravely ZTHD range, your Kubota Commander range, your Spartan Spartan, what is it? HD RTHD. So all of the 30 brands, they have this category mower. You guys commercially can get started on this machine. I've heard of so many guys to get started on that Freedom Z or on that ZT Elite bad boy, but you need to keep in mind, you need to upgrade the mower really fast because you're eating into the transmissions. I hear so many people with 3100 transmissions have replaced them over and over and over again commercially mowing. You really need to start on a 3200, which is your next step up. That's your Maverick, your Fast Track, your Patriot. That's why you pay extra to go to the entry-level commercial machines. Also, you guys with 3 acres, you're going to be going through transmissions a little more often than what I'd want. I keep talking about transmissions. Transmissions are you're going to drop $1,000 easy. Some mowers you're going to drop $1,500. You will eliminate that if you buy the right mower up front. And so that's why I keep saying this is your 2.5 acre mower. An acre and a half, you're smooth sailing on this. So less than $6,000. This is what is in my house. And we also have Grasshopper, but I didn't bring them out because they start commercially. So they're going to be in your next class up, which I did in that video, Patriot versus Grasshopper versus Bad Boy, in that main video that I did last year. So I'll do a new video for 2022. Man, I appreciate y'all looking. I'm a little cold. I forgot my hoodie today, and I kind of regret it now. But we are K&G Mowers. We're 623 North Main. We are a Kingdom-owned company, and so y'all are doing business with a good, with a company with a good cause and a good vision. So man, we appreciate y'all looking, and I'm a little nervous. I've never been in a video like this before. Adds a few pounds. So thank y'all. Y'all have a good night, and bless you guys.